Hello Buzu crew and welcome back. It's your art teacher, Mr. Guera, and today we are going to be creating this cute close-up monster art project. So get some elbow room because we're about to go Buzu beast mode. And paired with this creative creature is Buzu trading card number 95, Proximo Skoots. Proximo Skoots is an extra friendly, toy-making monster who lives in his cozy cave. With a purple toy always in hand, he loves nothing more than to share his creations with everyone he meets. And because he's a toy maker, he gets the identity classification. Oh, and when I say he loves to share, I mean he really loves to share. In fact, I'd say he's a little too eager to share because he tends to rush right into people's personal space, which explains his extrasensory classification because sometimes he can be just a little too touchy. Proximo teaches us that sharing is awesome, but even we as artists need our own personal space and elbow room when we're creating our masterpieces. For this project, you will need a half sheet of multimedia paper, a pencil, a black permanent marker, paint sticks, and you can also use the think sheets that come with this lesson for examples, ideas, and inspiration to help you complete this art project. And as always, not to worry because there are links for all of these art supplies in the description below. Let's start by placing our paper landscape. That means the longest sides are on the top and the bottom. Get out your pencil and draw an arch, or sometimes people call them a frown line, in the middle of your paper from one side all the way to the other. Next, draw however many horns you'd like to have on top of your monster's head. They can be big or small, pointy or rounded, and you can place as many as you'd like. As I'm sure you already know, monsters can come in different shapes, sizes, and colors, which make them great for creative artists. Really, this is your chance to use your artistic imagination. So while I'm making this one look like Proximo Skoots, you should feel free to create a creature with more eyes or less eyes. Now let's draw an oval for a cute nose, or maybe a snout like a pig's. Or you can choose a different shape or even leave it off altogether. Alright, it's time for the mouth. You can make your monster smile or frown. The mouth can be open or closed. You can give it lips or teeth, or even add a crazy tongue just for fun. Once you are done drawing your monster, making sure to carefully include all of your details, it is now time to trace on top of your pencil lines with a black permanent marker. I want you to make sure that you go slowly and always take the time needed to do the best job that you can do. Whether you've added texture or not, however many eyes or horns you have, make sure that you cover every pencil line. Once you're done tracing, snap the cap back onto your marker and take a break because it's time for our first fun fact. Fun fact time! When playing the Buzu Battle trading card game, you can bring the completed art project that matches your card to gameplay. You'll earn plus 5 HP before the game even starts. But here's the catch. You have to show it before gameplay begins. So if you've got Proximo Skoots and this project completed and in hand, you'll have extra health points before you start the battle. And speaking of in hand, Proximo's first special ability is Ball Bounce. He hurls one of his handmade purple bouncy balls at other Buzu so fast they don't even have time to catch it. Before we begin coloring, take a moment to look for any stray pencil marks that still need to be erased. If you find any, make sure to erase them as much and as well as you can before moving on. Now that your monster is fully outlined, let's bring it to life with color. Get out those paint sticks and start by filling in your monster's face with the color you think looks best. Now when it comes to this artwork, I suggest using a second color for your monster's eyes and nose. But hey, it's your monster. Color it any way you want with as many colors as you want. Art is more fun when your elbows aren't bumping into anything else or when your supplies aren't in someone else's space. And again, make sure your paper is flat on your surface and that you've got plenty of space to move your arms around while you're coloring. If you are using paint sticks, by now you've figured out how awesome they are. I like them because they're mess-free, quick drying, they glide on super smooth, the way the color covers the paper is amazing, and all of these colors that I'm using are super bright. It's kind of like a toy version of paint. Sometimes it even feels like I'm almost coloring with a glue stick. Okay, so here's another fun fact you're probably going to want to know. So that art project bonus that we were talking about last time, it only works with artisan cards, or also called A cards. But if you're playing with a baseline card, you can bring in artwork on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, the size of a normal sheet of paper. And on that paper, you're going to want to demonstrate the use of the baseline tip matching the card that you're using in gameplay. If you do this, you'll still get that +5 HP bonus. For example, if I were to use pretty puddles during gameplay, I could bring in an artwork painted with the same watercoloring techniques used in the video for that card. Okay, so if you're using a custom Buzu trading card, bring in a completed Buzu blank that shows you used the tip or trick that came from the card that you're using in gameplay. If I were to use Ace's Gearborn to battle with, I'd have to also bring my own Buzu blank card that demonstrates the tip for designing my own character. And now for Proximo's second special ability, Toy Box Trap. He leaves his custom-made toy box open. When Buzu can't help but peek inside, they are greeted by quite the surprise. Let's select another color, a new color, one they haven't used yet. And with that color, let's start to fill in our background, which is, of course, the empty space above the monster's head. Carefully fill in this area until the paper is completely covered with that beautiful color. For extra artistic excellence, you might want to get your permanent black marker back out and use it to reinforce your outlines in the areas where it's been accidentally covered with your paint stick. And after that, you're done!
I did it!
A monster that is too cool and way too close. Great job! Okay, so our final fun fact, if you bring an art project to gameplay, it has to be complete. Now, of course, nobody's going to bust out a magnifying glass, but if you have an A card, the project should resemble what's shown on the back of the card. This also applies to artworks brought into gameplay for B cards and C cards. Just think of it as a good faith effort. So please, no half-colored doodles, scribble-scrabbles, or incomplete projects if you're hoping to claim that HP bonus. And now for Proximo's third special ability, Personal Bubble. Proximo will sometimes remember the importance of personal space, and suddenly, he creates a powerful bubble that pushes opponents back. So, there you have it. Proximo Skoots is the ultimate reminder that sharing toys and even art supplies is really important, but so is personal space. We learned about the use of paint sticks and how they create such beautiful, smooth colors, and that bringing completed art projects with their matching card to a game can give you an HP boost in battle. Well, that's all I've got for now. If you enjoyed this time with me, consider giving yourself some elbow room, making some personal space before drawing your next card so that we can go on our next artistic adventure together. That's all I've got for now. I will see you next time. Bye.
Want to unbox more fun? Well, stop playing and scoot on over to patreon.com/Buzu cards to download and print your character sheet for Proximo Skoots. Link in the description below.